Howdy folks, it's Tom here. I've been approached by one of my very, very old friends, one of my old school friends, Nick. Hello, if you're listening, mate. To do a shout out for a charity that he's supporting. I thought, sounds like a brilliant idea. And once I'd read the donation page on the internet, there's no way I couldn't do it. I want to tell you a story about a guy called Koz. Karan Powell is his full name. He was a special guy. His dream was to buy land on which he could offer a free venue for charity events, run outdoor survival courses for disadvantaged young people, and host musical events for new musicians to have a chance to perform somewhere. Tragically, on the 7th of December 2014, Karan died at the age of only 18. He was involved in a car accident that wasn't his fault. A car came careening down the wrong side of the road at him, and unfortunately he didn't make it. He was an organ donor, and the accident being just before Christmas, fortunately for two people, they saved their lives and they got home before Christmas, which is lovely in itself. I suppose some light came out of the dark there. Sorry, not very good at this. He was a musician, like many of us on the podcast and many of you listening. He was a charity volunteer. He was a gamer, like many of us as well, and he loved the outdoors. He was an amazing dude. If you can go to his page, you can see the work that his parents are carrying on. They're fulfilling his dreams and carrying on his legacy. If you go to gofundme.com/landforkoz, that's C-O-Z. I'll put a link in the show notes. I'll also put a link on our website and share on our Facebook and our Twitter on the Sunday that I'm putting this episode out. It's an amazing thing to donate for. And if you can spare a couple of quid here and there, it's going to a good place and it'll help some disadvantaged kid. So yeah. Enough of this. Thank you very much, Nick, for putting this in my face, and I've already donated and I hope you do too. Let's go on with some bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Pot topic.
Dear Diary, I suppose the big news is that Dad's back, but he's a little funny after his tour abroad. Mum assures me that it'll all be fine. He'll get back to normal soon enough. But other than that, it was just a normal day at school. Went to geography. Mr. Clarkson was a bit of a. Do you know what? I've forgotten, Diary. I've just forgotten. We've got a new student, a little girl called Ryoko. I haven't spoken to her yet. She's very pretty. But I might. She seems to smile and do peace signs a lot. But I'll get around to talk to her, I'm sure. I didn't quite get up the nerve, but I spoke to Jimmy, and Jimmy had this to say about her.
Watch your girl. That worked quite well. How's it going? This is Pot Topic Podcast issue. Why do I do that every fucking time? They're called fucking issues. Issue 15 Community Special.
Ooh, Community Special.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. You've sent in so many topics over the last, couple of months that we have an absolutely full pot.
We have a superfluity of topics.
Dirty.
A superfluity of issues.
Have a full pot.
And I've just realised we didn't write any down from the last 3 weeks. Shit. We've got even more waiting for us.
Woo.
So we decided
let's burn through some.
Let's burn through as many as we can. Thank you so much to everyone who's contributed to this podcast.
Thank you indeed.
A lovely warm feeling in our balls we get whenever you send in a topic. So make sure you keep doing it.
Not in my balls.
You can feel mine later, it's fine.
Cool.
They're not warm enough for both of us. Yes, this podcast, we have a pot from our community, and usually have a pot from the host as well. We put topics in, stir it around for a bit, pull them out at random, talk about it for about 2 hours, and hopefully entertain you at some point.
Cool.
We won't get our hopes up there.
No.
How about introductions, Tom?
My brain's not with it, I'm tired. I am your host, Tom, and with me I have other hosts. I have Kel.
Hello.
I have Andy.
Hello.
I have Darren.
1 part lemon juice, 3 parts vodka, 9 parts Spanish fly. The Cosby Special.
Oh, God. I was wondering where you're going with that. We will have other hosts joining us later, but we can't be asked to wait for them because it's 9 o'clock and fuck them. So, whiskey.
Oh, yes, whiskey. This is one I brought in today. This is the Penderyn, which is actually a Welsh malt. I thought I'd mix things up. We've been sticking to the Americas and to Scotland an awful lot.
And supermarkets.
And supermarkets, of course, yes.
Back alleys.
So I thought I'd give this one a shot. So here comes the pop.
Oh, it's a cheeky little one.
That was a cheeky little pop.
That was a cheeky little one.
You expect nothing less from something that looks like a wine bottle.
Yeah, and it says Madeira finish.
On the
it only bloody does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was intrigued.
Yeah.
I was reading the
door. Oh fuck, we got De'Ola.
Hey! Host number 5, just in time.
We're literally 3 minutes in, dude. You couldn't be earlier.
That's awesome. Need a piss.
All right, cool. See you in a minute. So, pour that shit out, and let's talk about what's been going on, because it's actually been like 3 weeks since we last recorded.
Oh, lots of time.
Absolutely has.
Today is what, the 20th of August?
Uh-huh.
Actually, it might be more like a month. So, we've had Bloodstock. We've had 2 festivals. We've had Bloodstock and we've had Boomtown in our lives.
Indeed. I'm still recovering from Boomtown. I'm still not full throttle.
Fucking hell. Bloodstock was the week before. I'm still recovering from that shit. So, yeah.
I went to Bloodstock. I also accompanied Heather up to WasCon in Sheffield to watch a judge cosplay competition and do a Q&A afterwards. But I think the most stunning news I've got is that last weekend I had a quiet weekend.
Ooh.
How was that?
Nice.
Give up your chair to De'Ola. Leave now.
Hey, fuck you. They are rare for me.
That's true.
I did something else. I went camping when you were in WasCon.
That's right.
I went down to...
You went camping and made Björn nervous.
I did very much make Björn nervous. I went for a lovely little... just to a bay, just somewhere between Hastings and Eastbourne. I can't remember the name of the place that I went. I couldn't pronounce it properly, therefore I can't remember it.
Between those 2 places, there's a very large cemetery, I believe. All the old people there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we went down there, chilled out on the beach, and then I made Bjorn very nervous by standing on the very edge of Beachy Head.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he didn't like that.
He didn't like that at all. It was good fun.
This doesn't taste like whiskey.
I don't know what to make of that whiskey. It tastes like Glenmorangie with some chutzpah.
It tastes like sherry plus whiskey.
It does, doesn't it? It's
I
awfully
suppose it's
light.
the Madeira thing.
Yeah.
So, all right. That's weird. Hello, De'Ola.
Hello.
Stick some earphones on, babe. So Bloodstock, that was fucking phenomenal.
Oh, that was obliterative.
We set out with the idea that we'd record while we were at Bloodstock and do like a little podcast on tour sort of thing. However, we recorded for the first night, and that was the last night we managed to all be sensibly at microphones at a decent hour.
Well, considering that the next night, Friday, I got absolutely annihilated. I don't remember most of it.
You went into a fight club.
I went into a fight club. I was one of the horses for bin jousting. Someone took me behind the scenes at a shop. And I woke up Saturday morning with my head, and only my head, outside of the tent. And for a pillow, I had decided to use a puddle of Guinness.
It was wonderful. Because not only did he manage to get his head outside the tent, he managed to do up the tent round his head. Which was
did I?
Yes, that was the incredible thing.
Oh, that's amazing.
I did not know that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you were already up when I woke up. You were just looking at me.
Oh, I was waiting for that moment where you had that waking up realization. Oh shit, what have I done?
I did.
And all I saw of you was you were facing the opposite direction to me, so all I had was the back of your head dripping like a wet mop.
I've got the vaguest memory of just wringing Guinness out my hair and then falling backwards into the tent.
Yeah, you went back to sleep with wet Guinness hair. And then we had De'Ola the next morning waking up with a silver face and gave me the most serious look when I laughed at him going, what the fuck is that? Going, it's cake spray. Alright, fair enough. Ask a stupid question, I guess. Fuck you.
I did not feel well that morning.
Well, no, because when you started that morning, we were all outside the tent already, and all we hear is
I'd been swearing at my hangover for like the past half an hour, just going, fuck off, hangover. And then on one of them, as I trailed off, we just heard from the tent, De'Ola just go, I don't feel very well.
And then half an hour later, he pokes his head out the tent in like an absolute collapse flump movement and just looks up and he's got a silver face. It was beautiful. So many funny memories.
It was good. Saw some amazing bands.
We did.
Good gosh, yeah.
Want to put a shout out for Morass of Molasses. They were like they were like a complete discovery, and they were fucking incredible.
That was so much fun.
If you like some sludgy, bluesy, doomy, just ballsiness, then go listen to Morass of Molasses.
I've got to do a shout out for our Sick Up boys, Silas.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
That was
they were
lovely
fucking
seeing him.
awesome.
Fucking wicked.
And we got to meet Mike Brooks, or I got to meet Mike Brooks for the first time, pretty
course,
much.
you haven't
I'm
bloody
sure
met, have you?
I think I have
yes.
in the past, but I'm not sure. And he's an absolute lovely guy, and he's a listener, and I love you, babe.
Yes, long time listener,
fucking
no
right,
time
long
contributor.
Yeah, what's that
Give
about?
us your questions. Mike. Give them to us.
Other than that, Destrage, they fucking blew me away. They were probably my band of the weekend.
They were well. No, I mean for me, and I think probably for De'Ola, it was Agalok.
Agalok.
You guys were so hungover for that, and that's exactly what you needed. Some nice...
It was exactly what
I
did.
cried
Melodic.
through the first two songs of the set. Actual tears coming out of my eyes.
You couldn't tell
stop it.
because he had his eyes closed, laying down on the floor.
They hit the first note of Limbs, and I collapsed.
Well, yeah, they started with the showstopper. I thought they were going to play that song to end, and they played it first. They were fucking incredible.
Absolutely fucking amazing.
Oh, and quick shout to Australian band Neobliviscaris.
I've been listening to nothing apart from them for the last 2 weeks.
They are incredible to listen to. They're awesome to watch. Like, I mean, I've been getting really excited about Neobliviscaris because as I listen to them more and more, like the bassist strikes me as just one of the most interesting bassists out there in kind of extreme metal.
Oh, for me, it was the guitarist, the bald Polish guy.
Oh no,
Is he Polish?
I don't know.
He's Eastern European or something.
I spent the entire gig just standing there looking at the bassist, and he clearly clocked it at the end because, like, at the end I sort of did a little bow to him, and he just pointed over to the sides.
Yeah, and we all got to shake hands with him.
Yeah, we
and say
went and
hello.
met them afterwards. I hugged him. That was
Yeah.
the first thing. It's like, oh, lovely to meet you, and just had to tell him how wonderful a bassist he is.
It's always really nice seeing bands that don't know how good they are. Speaking to the dude in that same band, Neobliviscaris, who does the violin and clean vocals.
Oh, he's beautiful.
And I was just like, dude, like, first words, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, really? Thank you.
He was incredible.
They're
His
all
voice
amazing.
is so clean and crisp. It's
Yeah. And
in a fucking like extreme metal band.
very extreme metal band mixed with. I read their definition on Wikipedia, trying to explain it to people at work, and oh god, what did it mix? It was a mixture of extreme metal, black metal, flamenco. I can't remember if they do a bit of blues and jazz or black and jazz in there as well.
I'm sure
dig it up
there
again.
will be, yeah.
It's bloody hilarious. Trying to explain to people that don't listen to metal. Right, so there's this band, yeah? And obviously, Flesh God Apocalypse.
Oh fuck yes. Oh fuck. I was watching them and I lost the ability to move. I couldn't headbang, I couldn't dance, I couldn't do anything apart from just gawp at them because it was too metal. I was blown away by the noise. So good.
Nearly broke my neck.
We had those guys next to us who just looked like Essex boys, who just were just like, what the fuck is this? And then their one mate who knows the band was just like, yeah, they're fucking good, aren't they? And everyone else was just like, I can't move either. What's this about? Oh, so good. No, Godflesh. Fucking
Of course,
Godflesh.
Godflesh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe I've never heard of them. I looked them up like, earlier. They were around when Skinny Puppy were around, early Ministry were around. They're fucking like early 90s industrial garbage that I listened to. I've never fucking heard them.
That was really impressive because, like, I mean, we'd all listened to a little bit. Yeah, and then we went to see them live. It's like, that's not how they sounded recording.
No, it's not at all.
Listen to their earlier stuff. They do sound like that. It's like,
Right.
oh.
We clearly must have just clicked on in passing of trying to listen to all the bands.
Yes.
I mean, we must have just picked the one song that we didn't
Yeah, well, like,
I think final shout out, final recommendations go to Oath
and Mortishead.
And I was going to go Lawnmower Death, but yes, Mortishead is also very good.
And Old Rake.
And Old Rake, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, let's not make
basically
this...
Bloodstock's well good.
Bloodstock was fucking incredible.
Let's wrap it up there. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to do the wrap up that for each day that we were intending. However, on the drive up and the drive down, me and Tom put his new field recorder to good use, and we don't know how much of it is usable because there was came up with an idea that seemed good in theory and then didn't pan out. We won't talk about it.
It was your idea, Taran.
And it was a good idea. Well, yeah.
Give Taran the credit.
It was a good idea. It was a very good idea because I had a taxing drive, so he needed something taxing, so he played a very, very Japanese video game. However, it was me concentrating on driving and hosting a podcast, tricky, whilst also trying to give him instructions on how to play this game. And then Taran trying to play the game, trying to tell me stories and talk about the festival, about what bands we're about to see, because I hadn't listened to many of them before. And it was just like... it's pretty hard to listen to. So we'll see if we can do anything with it.
However, I mean, like there was a point where the 3DS ran out of battery, and there might be like an hour or so of good usable podcast. So
let's point out that that's after like 5 hours of recording. 'Cause it's a 3-hour drive either way.
You got to experiment.
Yeah, fuck it. Although we did find a massively amazing use for your socks.
Yes, yeah, they worked as perfect sound baffling. We're looking for a place to set up the field recorder, and the only place where it would stay is a little kind of alcove in his dashboard where you just put stuff.
It's usually where I keep pens.
Put it in there, but of course it's going to start rattling around. It's like, well, how do we sort this out? So I just took my socks off. I put one underneath it, one on top. Worked incredibly well.
Yeah. Not as well as we worked. Oh, better than we worked even, because on the way back we could have had a clean pair of socks, but we decided not to remember. So had to use his dirty socks anyway.
There was a lot going on the way back, mate. Anyway, Andy, Boomtown.
Go on.
Boomtown. Boomtown was epic. It was a lot less extreme metal than your festival, as you can imagine. Lots of people.
Would one go so far as to say almost, in fact, no extreme metal whatsoever?
I can't believe there wasn't any metal there.
Oh, why bother?
There was quite a lot of stuff. I didn't get to see it all. I recommendations, I suppose. I saw Stephen Marley, and he was a lot better than I was expecting.
Who's Stephen Marley?
Bob Marley, one of Bob Marley's children.
Right. Okay.
But he was very, very good. Did
he play metal?
Sorry? No, he didn't. He didn't play metal. Unfortunately. No, it was a lot more. There was like loads of wicked music and loads of wicked old school drum and bass. And got to chill with Rat Pack.
Oh
after
fuck!
Their set.
Oh fucking yeah! Oh man!
I fucking love Rat Pack.
Wait till you hear where they chilled with him at.
We went to the Wall of Death and watched that. Old school wooden Wall of Death.
With the bikes running around on the walls.
Like big old
Mad Max style wall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Oh, amazing, man! That's awesome.
I got a new hat.
Hell yeah!
But
he's holding up a hat now that just basically looks like Dayglow exploded on it.
Well, that bit looks like a bat.
People see a lot of things in that.
I bet.
But no, it's awesome. I was really surprised at the amount of infrastructure that they put in there, because they basically build an entire town with districts and postcodes. Amazing. And all the buildings are sort of normal stuff that you'd have in town centre. Like you can go and rave in the post office, but the post office is only open for certain hours. And I got turned away from the post office because it was closed.
You go off in.
Yeah, but there were several barbers around in different sections. There was a whole pirate ship in one area stage. There was the old mines. There was District 5. There was a big neon fire-breathing palace. There was a huge old school ghetto blaster as a stage. Lots of it was wicked. Very
awesome.
cool. We were camped on quite a steep bit of hill, which made everything really, really, really easy, and my ankles loved it.
No, you were saying like all the places before the stages, they were pretty much all on hills.
Yeah, everything
there wasn't much flat ground whatsoever.
There was no flat ground. There was pathways at crests of hills where you just get to the top and then you go down the other side. That was about it. There was a stage, because the thing about this festival was there was 22 main stages and 103 mini stages.
Oh, fucking hell.
And I wasn't sure what a mini stage was. I was thinking it was going to be like buskers, like man sitting on amp, something like that. No, mini stages went from, like, there was Mr. Wompy, which was a fully kitted out ice cream van as a stage.
Mr. Wompy.
Oh, that is good.
Giant yellow, sort of like PA speakers, like big horns coming out the front of it. Down to really tiny little things, which were sort of like, I was wandering past, the Helter Skelter, and there was, like a DJ booth that was a tiny little cube, like smaller than a phone box. Really short as well, and it's blaring out a drum and bass version of the Ghostbusters, and there's this 12-year-old kid standing in front of it, pulling out all sorts of dance moves, pulling out the guns, and just like
Praising the Lord in the church of dance.
Yeah. But then there was all sorts of little odd things as well. You could go do some stonework for an afternoon, and you could go do some woodworking. And
Bet there was no smelting.
There was.
Fuck. You specified everything.
You could go and pay and make a horseshoe if you wanted to in the afternoon between
my
drum and
horseshoe?
bass acts.
Where's my horseshoe present then? Awesome.
That was really awesome.
Kel, what have you been up to?
So I've been working a lot, and that's about it. I've really not done much at all. It's really dull.
Edit point, I'll put in a solo on the smallest violin.
No, thanks. I did go to see our friend Tobias play an open mic night last weekend, and that was a lot of fun. Big shout out to Tobias. And listen to his music somewhere. I don't know, somewhere.
Tobias Court.
Kel does PR.
His name's Tobias Court. Look him up. He's awesome. And no doubt he'll be on our live lounge at some point, hopefully.
Our live, not so live lounge.
Our not so live lounge.
Yeah. I mean, so Quiet Weekend covered, Bloodstock covered, WasCon with Heather. That was really cool.
It's really cool that she got to go up there doing what she loves and then be like
Judging people.
higher echelon sort of.
It was fantastic
Be a major part of it.
Because she was invited. That meant like travel paid for, accommodation paid for, breakfast paid for. I
hope you raped the fuck out of that. I hope you got like 8 sausages.
I didn't, because it's difficult to wear that body armour when you've got a full stomach.
Of course,
it's difficult to wear that body armour anyway.
You were dressed as Gambit for quite a bit.
I was dressed as Gambit as both days. I went up just to see her do like her judging thing and the Q&A. And, because she got invited by Marvel Cosplay, it made sense that we went as Marvel characters. So first day was as Gambit and Rogue. I finally managed to wear that costume and not make it look shit. There are some good photos from that. I don't prick it up this time. Might put some of them up.
There were some really good photos. Yeah, I'll share. We'll have to share some of them on the Pop Topic.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
That video.
Oh yeah, there's a raft of videos that Heather and I feature in, and they all look pretty cool. But they're all cosplay videos. It's like it's music, and then you see a montage of cosplayers, which is it's pretty cool. But I don't know, it's really interesting because, like the guys we met there, they were so much fun. And one of the oddest moments for me, was on the morning of the first day. Heather had got dressed up in Rogue and we were standing outside and she's there sort of going, sort of beating her chest, going, oh my God. And it's like, I can't tell you to calm down, but here's what's like, I couldn't tell her. So I didn't, but I knew exactly what was going to happen. It's like, you're going to get in there, then there are going to be some costumes for you to look at, and it's all going to go away. And sure enough, she was nervous as fuck right up until the people in the costumes came up to her and asked to be judged. At which point, she was in there like a whippet, minutely inspecting seams and going, how did you make this bit? How did you make that? Gone. Completely lost. Absolutely irrelevant.
Love
So that was, that was really cool to see. And, some good stuff came out of it, and share some of it on the Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, like, go for it, mate.
Cool.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is called passing the buck.
I guess I'll have to learn how to use Instagram. Oh no. The lighter went away. Cool. So Kel, would you care to give us one from the community pot? From Pol Pot?
It's all Pol Pot tonight.
It is all Pol Pot.
It is all Pol Pot all fucking night. Let's do it.
So this is from Sophie.
Hello, Sophie. Love you.
And she says...
This one's called Burying Them Alive. Sorry. It's Pol Pot night. I'm doing I'm doing the hits.
Right, okay.
You were talking about Sophie. I was like, what?
What's she done?
Anyway, Sophie says, so long as there is coffee, I'll survive. What do you need?
Diet Coke. I can get over any hangover with Diet Coke.
See, no, my thing is, because I work in a pub, I've got access to one of those, like, soda gun things. So what you do is get a pint glass, a little bit of ice, press down the Pepsi and the Diet Pepsi at the same time, so you get twice the syrup, right?
Right.
And then you fill everyone who's worked with me knows this hangover cure. Hold it down until you fill the glass and it fills up with foam mostly. Comes at night.
It mostly fills with foam. Mostly.
And then, once the foam dies down, you don't top it up with Pepsi, you top it up with tap water, and then you've got a flat Coke that gives you the sugar, gives you the salts, and gives you some nice, easy to drink niceness.
That sounds vile.
That does sound absolutely horrendous.
I need that.
Sounds like something I'd like to drink.
Does it come with a vodka option?
As soon as after you, hang on, I'll try that again.
Rather than water, you could just put vodka in it. Done.
Yeah.
That'll cure the hangover, yeah.
Funny enough, one of the things I might not be able to live without would be vodka, maybe.
Oh, see, I'm swaying between gin and tea.
Oh, vodka and bacon. Bacon.
Baconated vodka.
Vodka infused bacon.
Oh God. Another bacon bad one.
Alcohol infused bacon. We could well have a brunch.
We found the
pancakes.
foam, didn't we?
Shit.
The vodka foam.
Yeah.
That's fucking lush.
Vodka foam?
So it was when we went to when was that? When was Imbibe?
No, it was a couple of months ago, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was end of June. So yeah, when we went there was a product that we saw because it's an industry fair for drinks. Yeah, basically, and new product, first time it had ever been shown in the UK ever. Bottle, sort of, like a third of a litre size bottle thing. It sprays something sort of half between the consistency of shaving foam and that soap that comes out in fluff. But the foam itself is 20% vodka to go on top of your drink.
Nice.
Comes in different flavours.
Bacon flavour.
Yeah, bacon flavour foam on my bacon vodka.
Pancakes.
That would change bacon pancake. Bacon pancake. Bacon pancake. Doo-doo.
Making pancakes, vodka, bacon pancakes, making...
I have to say also, I know this isn't actually a question about hangover cures, but I need my beanie. Right. I do have to have my comfy beanie for that drive home from here. To wherever my home may be at that particular point. I need that beanie just to keep my sanity.
It keeps your brain in doesn't it?
My head.
After a big night out, the hat keeps your brain in, and the sunglasses means nobody can see you.
Yeah.
That's it. Kel almost spat up over all the recording equipment then.
Because she knows it's true. I've seen her do it.
Sunglasses so many times. And no one has ever seen me.
Do you remember when we had to go across the field on Sunday morning?
Through all of the rugby playing children.
With all their parents, and we're just looking very messy from the night before. Whoops. What could you not live without, Taran?
I don't know. Do you know? I've been thinking about it as you guys have been chatting, and like there've been a couple of contenders, like oats. I quite like oats. Wanking. I'm quite a fan of wanking.
Yeah.
No, I think everyone will agree with that one. We can't live without wanking.
But I don't know, like books. I think I'm gonna have to go books.
What'd you call me?
Kel was the only person shaking her head, and I just called her an asexual cunt. Morrison wannabe.
Yeah, no, I mean, oh shit, get out, get out, or otherwise, when I get my shotgun arms, you're first to go. That was an episode 2 reference. Yeah, no, as long as I've got a book, I'm all right.
Yeah, okay.
That's fine. Failing all that, no, that'll do.
I think I've got to have my laptop. Like,
I
I don't go anywhere.
games.
I don't go anywhere without my laptop.
Games or vodka?
Oh,
Bed.
Oh, come on, D. Come on, D. Let's hear this. Games or vodka?
Daddy or chips?
It is chops.
Oh shit.
In which case, you just need to figure out which one's daddy, which one's chips.
Is vodka your daddy? I think vodka's your daddy.
That's one of the most horrifying things I've ever heard.
Oh my!
Ever.
Oh my god! You're really thinking about this.
I don't know, because I think I like to play games, but then I like to drink vodka and play games.
There you go. That's it. Combine the two.
Fame. I could play a drinking game
Gameka.
with vodka.
Gameka. Lovely.
Gameka.
Gamka.
In all honesty,
It sounds like a rip-off of Namco.
in all honesty, I can't think of much other than like the basic necessities of life. I can't really think of much that I couldn't do without.
What? We're going to get to that. Food, water, and oxygen.
Yeah.
There you go, Sophie. Thank you very much. Next question.
Apart from those, obviously. But I don't know. I mean, like, if everything gets pulled away, like, there's other stuff going on. Just do that instead.
I've got another one. Podcasts. I couldn't actually deal with life without podcasts right now. Not even recording one. I mean, just listening to them. That's what my days feel.
I'm very sorry. I have slacked right off the podcast recently. I've just about kept up to date with Hello from the Magic Tavern and the Adventure Zone.
Yeah. You like the role play.
Apparently I like fantasy. Who knew? What a complete fucking surprise. Somebody better call my mother and inform her forthwith.
Oh, you mean the dragon lover? Okay.
You're right, call my dad. No, he's the tree hugger.
That just describes you so well. I can see where you've come
I don't
from.
love dragons.
Fantasy.
Oh, fine.
Okay, so
Thank you, Sophie. Next topic.
Dave Vincent with an emergency question.
Hello, Dave. Thank you very much.
Oh, I know what this question is.
Blatantly stolen from Richard Herring. Would you rather date a man who is a 6-foot penis or a man with a tiny man in place of his penis?
The latter, you can always put the tiny man up your bum.
Thank you, Dave. Next topic.
Can't put a 6-foot penis up there.
Can't do it. What,
want to bet?
Yes, I do.
Right, excuse us, ladies.
Kel, do you want to bet?
Excuse us, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a bet to settle. Be right back. Musical interlude.
I mean, like, what's everyone else's feeling? Because the problem is, the one problem with this question is that, yes, although you could stick the tiny little man up wherever you want to put him, and especially if you can put it in a sensitive place, you can just get him to wave his arms around, and that'd be lovely. But he'd also talk to you.
I think that'd be hilarious.
Oh my god, it would, wouldn't it?
I think I'd feel sorry for him.
When he has an erection, do you think he just has to stand up?
Maybe that's the problem.
All this is reminding me is that music video, Wolf.
Oh shit, yeah.
Who's that by?
I don't know.
Shit. Good luck, guys. Look that up.
I'm just thinking, like, if you did have a little man for a penis, then you would have to, like, they would probably badger you into buying memory foam pants after a while, because otherwise you'd just be dealing with a penis with, like, crippling back problems.
Or you just have to get, like, loose trousers so we can just kind of hold on to the front of your trousers and just peer over so we can see what's going on.
Oh, like a little pouch baby.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it'd be like a Joey.
Yeah. Oh no. It would shout at people.
It would. Just as you're walking by, mind your own business, it's looking elsewhere going, fit! Fit!
Oh no, imagine if it was you, this little trouser De'Ola.
Pretty! Oh, would your little man dick just, like, catcall constantly? It's like, all right, my size, how you going? Shut up! And then you hit yourself in the dick, which of course hurts him, but also you, because it is still your dick. And it'd have a brain. Oh god, could you imagine if you had a dick concussion?
My dick. Don't let it sleep. Just keep it going. Just wank it off constantly until it feels better.
How would you wank it?
I'll show you later.
Tickle its nose.
Huh? Huh? Oh, God. Oh, God. Thank you, Dave, for this topic. It is pure whimsy.
I know, it's good. It's like...
It's my favourite kind of Z.
If you ever really wanted to come quickly, you just get your little man dick to look at the light. Okay, so I think that's man dick covered. Let's discuss this 6 foot penis option.
Let's.
Because imagine it like bumbling down the road with a tuba following it. Can
you imagine every time you hugged it, it would get immediately turgid at high speed and just flick you away. Like, oh, how is it, Peenie Man? Bang! Knocks off a Blackfriars Bridge.
So is this 6 foot dick? Is it 6 foot erect or?
Is it a
good question.
Is it a grower or a shower?
Blood cock or meat cock? Yeah. Good. Oh,
like
De'Ola's thinking about this way too hard. I'm sorry. I'm looking at De'Ola, and all I can see is him staring off into the distance,
like if you
really considering this.
Tickle him, does he turn 7 foot?
This is it. I mean, like, well, if it is a grower, how much does it grow by?
Oh my god, could be huge.
Okay.
Oh my god, is that what the shard is?
Don't even get me started on the fucking shard. I fucking hate that building.
I love it. It's brilliant.
It's such a stupid building.
Why do you hate it?
Because it points at the sky. That's why she hates it. Because it goes, oh look up, there's a sky. Oh look, it's been there all the time. No. I've had this conversation with her.
Kel, is this in fact the reason why you hate the shards?
Yes.
Oh my god, that argument is so invalid.
Anyway,
Wait, does that mean that you hate all chimneys?
No, but the shard.
But they point at the sky.
The shard is just like, it's really intrusive and fuck
No,
it.
it's not.
Wank. It's absolute wank.
I love it.
I
don't mind it. I feel no way either way.
Oh, that's it, Kel. I need to take you up the shards.
I think we've done that already.
To say we've time travelled.
No, you never let me.
Can we have the next topic, please?
No. We're not done with the 6 foot penis yet. Now, let's take it as precedent. When most men talk about their penis, oh, I'm so many inches. They usually talk about
this 6 foot is going to be
solids.
3 inches.
And they usually talk about it solid because that's when it's useful. That's when it matters. So I reckon when he says 6 foot penis, it is 6 foot turgid. Which, let's say, like when he's feeling a bit sad or cold, like he shrivels down, he sort of stumps over to maybe
he just thinks of his favourite
3'4"
things and everything doesn't feel so bad.
If you got like a mini trampoline and just hugged it and jumped.
You'd make a mess.
That
It'd be like a fountain on the top of his head.
Do you know what would happen? Like, how that would finish is, like, at one point, you would land on the trampoline and slip over. I mean, could you imagine, though, if he didn't want to walk around turgid, so he just, like, as an entity, every time you walk past him in London, he was just walking along, just slumped over, going, "Don't think of Margaret Thatcher. No, think of Margaret Thatcher. Think of Margaret Thatcher. Think of Margaret Thatcher."
Baseball.
Oh,
come on, next topic. Dave, thank you very much. This is awful radio. Come on.
No, it's not.
Well, it is the way we've interpreted it.
No, because do you know, no, we've done the question perfectly well. What we didn't do is answer. Would we rather?
Okay, around the room then.
That was the first thing you said.
Yeah, little man.
Well, that's the first thing I said.
I like the little man penis.
Yeah, little man penis.
I think that sounds fun.
No, I think a 6 foot man cock sounds more fun.
What is it saying about each of us?
Oh my god, you could fist it right through the top of its skull.
Already, like, the man penis thing, the tiny little man for a penis, has had about 30 seconds worth of jokes. The 6 foot penis has had several instances where it'd be more fun.
All right, let's talk about the little man penis a little while longer.
No, fuck off.
Could you?
Duck sauce was the wolf.
Thank you. Look it up on YouTube. Duck sauce, is it Big Bad Wolf?
Yeah.
Is the name of the song? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That song.
It's a video where all the men in the video have a face where their penis should be.
The Big Bad Wolf.
And so do women.
The Big Bad Wolf.
Yeah, the women do as well, don't they?
Yeah.
It's very funny. Watching a face ejaculate is just hilarious. Brushing the teeth of your cock face as well, that's pretty good.
My word, if you were fucked by a little man penis, you could get it to yodel inside you. That'd be fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say this is the last episode of Pot Topic Podcast because we have performed crimes against whimsy.
Shut up, Tom. They love it.
Okay, next one. We're burning through these. Let's go.
This is from Big Al.
Big Al, love you, babe.
Hello, Al.
His question is, what's the best your mum insult?
I can never remember.
I already know what it is, but let's go through the gamut because there is an answer to this, and it is Beth's answer. but we'll get to that. So your mum jokes. I mean, to be fair, the best your mum joke is like other than the actual best one. The best your mum joke is just a your mum joke that comes out of nowhere. Somewhere that's just completely unexpected, and someone just goes, "Your mum's a meh." Like they always slay. But then we had a whole call and response system with your mum, didn't we? Like for a while.
Yeah. This actually comes from my university days. If we're thinking of the same thing, so is it the what beats your mum, what beats your mum's face, what beats all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Right. So back in university, my very good friend Rob. We used to sling insults at each other, and there was a tiering system. So someone would say, "Oh, I don't like spaghetti like this," and someone would say, "Your face doesn't like spaghetti like this." And then the only way to beat the person saying that was to say, "Your mum doesn't like spaghetti like this," and then it was, "Your mum's face doesn't like spaghetti like this." And the only way to beat your mum's face was to take a shit on the other person, otherwise they won.
What, are you forgetting the period? Like, I mean, like you brought this to us, and we eventually topped your mum's face.
With what?
It was something along the lines of your mum's face is a wizard.
I remember there was wizards in the mix.
Yeah, or your mum's wizard.
This is where it got stupid. It became like your mum's a honey badger who doesn't like spaghetti. Like this.
No, I only really remember the wizard one. Just shouting, "Your mum's face is a wizard" at someone. It's just.
I do remember that a lot.
It's an odd and halting thing to do. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, when Big Al's talking about your mum jokes, is he talking about your mama's so fat, that sort of stuff?
Your mama's so fat when she has a bath. Your mum is so fat she fills the bath and then puts the water in.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. Your mum's so stupid, she got run over by a parked car. That's all.
We're not very good at these.
We're
not American.
When it comes right down to it, if you want the ultimate, your mum, there's only really one thing to say. And it's quite simply this. De'Ola, say something out of order to me.
You're stupid.
Your absolute mum.
Your absolute
unabridged mum.
Unabridged was my addition. I don't think it's quite as good as just your absolute mum. Because it's one of those things, like, the first time I heard it, the addition of absolute really caught me off guard. And I've been road testing it in, like, at work and whatnot. And every now and then, like, a piece of cereal will piss me off. And I'll just shout your absolute mum at it. And it just stops whoever's around me. They have to look at me for a second and then carry on with what they're doing.
Do you remember just before Bloodstock had what if Harry Potter was in the Caribbean?
Oh God!
Fuck!
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Was it your mother?
No, Expelliarmus, and the other person responds, Expelliarmus, your mother. and the other dude just goes, my mother's dead. So the kid just goes, Expelliarmus, your dead mother.
We did do that quite a bit of Bloodstock, to be fair. Expelliarmus, your brother.
Yeah, do you know what? That'll go as the best your mum joke for the time being. Expelliarmus, your dead mother.
Oh dear.
Righto, here we go. We have one from so we got one from Darren.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
I am well excited.
I'm on tenterhooks here, come on, mate.
I'll read it as written.
Oh no.
As is only the only way.
Shatner! Overact your next response.
Fuck off!
You just blew out my left eardrum. Okay.
Darren asked
Shatner it, Tom.
Kel to overact your next response. Not perform verbal abuse.
I will not hear a single word against Shatner.
Have you not seen him talking about mountain climbing? Because I think I've got a feeling if you listen to him talking about mountain climbing,
Dude fucked more green birds than we'll ever see in our lifetime, mate.
doesn't matter, mate. When you hear him talk about mountain climbing, it's gonna change. It's gonna change everything for you.
I think I used to think the same as Tom, and then I saw William Shatner on Top of the Pops.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. No. It was pretty bad. However, it's also amazing.
Do you know what? It's no worse than Lennon Nimoy doing Bilbo Baggins. What a piece of shit song that was. Have you not heard it?
Lennon Nimoy doing Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah, Bilbo Baggins by Lennon Nimoy. It is something you need to hear. It is.
I imagine
it's truly
that's
wonderful.
exactly what I'll do just after this recording.
How's
it going, Tom?
It's going good. I've got so bored with the topic, I've stuck a Nuki Brown label to my head. Well done, Darren.
Sorry, Kel's just taking a picture of Tom with Nuki Brown on his head.
Hashtag Pot Topic Podcast, Instagram community wall. Yeah.
I mean, if you want, you could probably rip the audio from the mountain climbing thing and then just insert it here. You didn't, so never mind. So, thanks, Darren. That was clearly not one of the Yahoo questions. Tom, would you care to pick a new topic?
With haste. Okay, so we got another one from Dave Vincent. Thank you very much, Dave.
He put in a shit ton.
He really
recently.
does. Good luck getting your topics in, because he's done a shit ton. Right, if you could choose the manner of your death, what would it be? That's a good fucking topic.
Dave already knows how I want to
Darren,
die.
Hang on a
learn
second.
how it's done.
Didn't we have this one?
No.
No.
No, there was that was knowing when you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Dave already knows exactly how I want to die, which I imagine is why he's put this topic in. I have visions of being a very, very little old lady in a wheelchair, very frail, and just slowly rolling myself off of a really fucking high building.
The Shard.
Not the fucking shard.
Yes, mate.
Any building but the shard. Because then it's my call, it's me doing it, I'm ready to go.
But if you rolled off the shards, like it's wire at the bottom, so you hit the glass, have a bit of a slide first.
Or break a few windows on your way down. Like really fuck that bitch up.
It's like put out your tits, just go, look how the flowers wilted! To explain that, Kel got a tattoo of flowers on her left breast, purely because, Kel...
Well done. Sorry, I was just checking which one it was.
Don't worry, we know your boobs better than you do, love. Go on.
Because I wanted to watch the flowers wilt.
I think that's quite cool.
I like it. I like tits.
Thank you for the gay adjudicator in the corner.
You're welcome.
That was something really odd about Bloodstock, actually. So when we were there, it made you straighter and everyone else gayer. You spent the entire time talking about how pretty the girls were, and everyone else was going, "Oh, that's a really pretty dude." Oh, it was really bizarre.
Actually, you raised a very good point here. But I need to say, we watched Rob Zombie at Bloodstock. Where the fuck were the tits? Where the fuck were the tits? I've been to a Rob Zombie show like 3 times in my life now.
There's a no nudity policy at Bloodstock.
Oh, come on, it's Rob fucking Zombie. Rob motherfucking Zombie.
There was no nudity policy at Boomtown.
Good man.
I know this because when we left, there was a man who had all of his camping gear on his tied to his bag. And he hiked out the campsite completely stark naked.
Can I just say, the no nudity policy obviously didn't work because I witnessed a man who was a few tents away from us, stark bollock naked, wearing nothing but a strap-on dildo, pissing into the middle of his own campsite and pissing onto the strap-on dildo, wipe it off with his hand and then rub it across his chest to dry it. Fucking meathead metalheads.
So does that mean that at Bloodstock there was no boob cam in the main crowd?
I saw very few boobs. I saw boobs on the way in to Bloodstock. We were walking behind people who had their tops off.
I don't want to go anymore.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Oh no, it is well worth it.
It's worth it.
It's
actually.
well worth
it's
it.
well worth
It's
it.
a lot of fun.
It's
Anyway, back to the question. How would we care to die?
If I'm gonna die, and that is an if,
The party man just keeps on partying.
But
Oh my god, you'd be Slums Mackenzie.
Van Wilder.
I just want the pies to stop.
I quite like the idea of, just sort of having a bit of a lie down, sort of closing my eyes, resting back, and, feeling the nuclear warhead tick away beneath my skull. And going big. Don't really want to take anyone else with me. I just want, half the galaxy to realise that I'm gone.
Well, oh shit! Yeah. So
touch all the bombs and fire me at a star.
So you need a bungalow on the Bikini Atoll somewhere then.
The only way of dying that I can think of is again one we've already mentioned in the podcast, which is the Red Dwarf, the way that Lister dies.
Taking a girl's pants off.
At the age of 98, taking a girl's pants off with her teeth.
With his teeth.
His teeth whilst driving an aeroplane.
Yeah, and the question is, are the teeth in your mouth?
Do you know what? I've never really thought. I mean, that brief visions of grandeur. It'd be nice to go out for something noble.
Hugging a tree, riding a dragon.
Or riding a dragon into a tree.
Way to do a callback.
Come on, Andy. What would I be doing with a tree on a dragon? Put it together, man.
Whimsy.
While playing a recorder.
Well, I mean, that's...
What would he be playing on the recorder?
That's the other thing, isn't
Fun
it?
life, I don't know.
That's the other thing. It'd be really cool to go out and just leave a mystery.
What, you want to be murdered?
No, not necessarily murdered.
I'll help you out, bro. It's fine.
Oh, what, just sort of disappear?
But, Darren's just entered the room.
All right, Darren, we answered your question, sort of.
Don't even care.
Neither did we.
Drop your stuff and come back and join us. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like leaving behind a body that is just a complete puzzle would be quite interesting. So why has this man got 3 sort of miniature soldiers in his stomach, and has appeared to shat out a jellyfish? What? Why is this? And also, why was he in a ski bag?
You die with a big smile on your face.
In the middle of a volleyball tournament.
It would have to be pretty intriguing though for it to properly be a mystery. Because I don't know, there could be lots of bizarre ways that you could go that a lot of people would just sort of like shrug at and go, "Oh, looks like he's having fun."
Yeah, but it's always going to live in the conspiracy theorist's heart, isn't it? Like they'll find out about it and then just go, "Oh, what happened? It was clearly lizard people. Fuck off, was it lizard people? It was aliens." And then I live on through insane people. Seems somehow fitting.
So one thing I will say is that I never want to get old. Like, I don't want to be a octogenarian.
Oh no, I'm happy getting old. I feel cranky enough as it is. Like, just like my knees, my back, everything else.
Well, here's the thing. I think I could probably do old better than a lot of the old people I've met. I mean, you meet some old people that are fucking incredible.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah.
And they do it right.
Between,
but like, I'm hoping maybe I can make it to the stage where I'm one of those where just like, this old man's incredible.
I think we'll all be dead before then.
I think the way we've been going, the fact we're doing podcasts with a bottle of whiskey, all this, and partying every weekend, I think we'll be dead by the time we're 50, which is fine by me.
Nah, we'll be all right.
Maybe.
Fact. Science proved it. We'll be fine. Yeah, De'Ola?
I don't know. After you said kind of like having a really kind of bizarre death, actually just disappearing somewhere really, really, really public. As in, in like a big, like, ooh, like swell up into a massive purple sparkly balloon and actually just explode like a firework.
A sparkly purple skull balloon.
Yep.
I saw some lamps that you're really going to love.
Dude, there was a massive skull.
No, sorry.
Skull. Well, there were loads.
So I'm sorry, can we go back to the lamps? Let's stop the topic. Let's go back to the lamps.
There were these lamps in like the hippiest store you could possibly imagine, and they were made out of tiny coloured bits of glass mosaic.
Oh, yeah.
And they were desk lamps about this big. One was motley green and the other one was motley purple. Like light bulb inside, glass, glowy skull lamps. I took pictures. The pictures didn't come out very well.
They really sound like I need them both.
Yeah, I think you do. I saw those and I was just like, Daryl needs these. I wasn't going to carry them around the festival for you, know?
Record scratch, back to the topic. Right, so, who's not gone?
Tom, you haven't.
I said the Red Dwarf one. Like, I can't think of
Red
anything
Dwarf.
better
I think
than
we've all
that.
been.
I think there are lots of weird ways you could go, but maybe the big.
Are there any
firework
great
thing.
deaths we can think of? Like Nelson, I can think of, is like the great death that I can think of.
I quite like the idea of like
asking a man to kiss him,
Kiss me quick.
which apparently isn't true, but
No.
No,
But he did get turned into brandy. They stored it in brandy and the sailors drank it all.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's how I want to go. Do that. with my body.
drink me!
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Yeah.
Your ashes used to just peak down a nice whiskey.
Yeah.
I liked the
You must
idea
be able
of
to do
that
that.
little old man that put his wife's ashes in fireworks so that she'd light up his life one last time.
Or the dude...
or she just hated him. He hated her. Just, I'm going to fucking
Blow
explode
you up!
Fuck you!
Or
because you can be made into diamonds and stuff. Like
It can
that.
be made into trees,
And
it can
then-
be made into
Oh,
jewellery.
I do like that. I do like the your like remains being put into a tree sapling and then that growing as a big. No, I'd really like that.
Have you seen where they do it underwater and you become the beginning of coral?
Oh shit!
I want to be coral.
Yeah.
We're now talking about funeral stuff. This
fair
isn't
enough.
the topic.
This isn't the topic, but I want to be a polyp.
You already are, darling. You already are. On life.
Next topic.
Let's go for it. Go on, Kel.
So this is from Aussie Dan.
Hey, you're right, Dan.
Hello.
What's the one?
We still get his Christmas card on the shelf, don't we?
That's in my room now.
It's actually closer to the mailbox.
Oh no! Oh,
Yeah, I've written his address on it.
yeah, his address from 3 years ago.
Yeah, it took me ages to get it.
Yeah, so I guess the cat's out of the bag now. Dan, a few years ago, we all wrote you a Christmas card and then never sent it.
Love you.
Shall we write up follow-up messages? Like, this is what's changed.
Nothing.
Kel's now a polyp.
I don't know if you know this, we now do a podcast.
Thank you for the topic. What have you got to say, Dan?
So Dan asks, what's the one place in the UK you haven't been but want to, and the one you'd rather die than go back to?
No, I did this last night. I drove through Cockfosters.
Yes!
I finally did it. I made it to Cockfosters. There's nothing there but a co-op and an Esso garage. And a tube station.
I've always wondered what it looks like.
It's a town. But I did have Rita in the car, my girlfriend, who didn't know this whole Cockfosters thing. And so I was just like, the entire time, I was like, that road sign says we're going to Cockfosters. That was the first inkling. We're heading towards Cockfosters. It's on the A111. There's a welcome to Cockfosters sign. Take a picture! Take a fucking picture now! It's only because we got stopped at temporary traffic lights I have record that I was in Cockfosters.
Oh, amazing. I think that there are lots of places in the UK that I'd like to go. And I can't think of too many that I wouldn't want to go back to. Birmingham's a bit of a shithole. Not much there.
There's nothing in Birmingham apart from spinning a rhino.
I had a good night in Birmingham.
The thing is, I did have a good night, but I
I've
don't
had
think I
great
can't
nights
see
in Birmingham.
going back again.
Darlington.
There'd be a thing there.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
I don't want to ever go back to Darlington.
Darlington.
Yeah,
where is
It's
Darlington?
this little northern town near Geordie Land
Isn't it Derby,
somewhere.
isn't it?
No. It's outside Newcastle.
Oh, I'm talking about Darlington Castle.
No, yeah, I'm talking about motherfucking Darlington. Like, you go there, and what you get is an area that is fucked, and then you walk around and you see people, and they're all fucked. It is all fucked. It's all fucked all the way down. There was that girl who seemed to think it was a wonderful idea to walk around in leggings with nothing else whatsoever, just top and leggings, and there was cottage cheese came to mind. And I try not to be overly judgmental on people's kind of choice of appearance, because what right have I?
He says, sitting there in harem pants and a kimono. I'm not kidding you, ladies and gentlemen. That is a current attire.
It's not a kimono, it's a Japanese styled dressing gown.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, Darlington, if possible, I could definitely do with not going back there.
Right, so where do you
maybe
want to
Trent.
go, as the topic asks?
Where would I want to go? I don't know, like Alton Towers or something.
Or someone.
I'd quite like to go to Dunwich.
Oh, Dunwich! Yes! Yeah.
What's that? What is in it? Tell me.
Let's just put it this way. Is it the laundry series you're thinking of?
No,
No.
It's a village in the
Oh,
UK.
do you know what we didn't point out?
It's H.P. Lovecraft's birthday today.
Happy birthday, H.P. Lovecraft! Happy birthday, H.P. Lovecraft! Happy birthday, H.P. Lovecraft!
How many years is he?
125.
25.
125. Ooh.
Also, anniversary of Kel's signing the contract for her house.
Quite fitting that it's absolutely pasted with Cthulhu memorabilia.
She has Cthulhu wallpaper, ladies and gentlemen,
She has,
in her bedroom.
she has tentacles coming out from behind her mirror.
If you win the lottery, are you going to live in a Cthulhu?
In a Cthulhu. Am I going to build a Cthulhu and live in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only when the stars align.
Oh my god, I could get plastic surgery to look like Cthulhu.
Oh god, we're going back to the boob thing. Right, that's a blooper. Listen out to the end.
What actually the fuck were we talking about?
Where would you want to go, and where would you never like to go again?
Oh, that's right.
I'd quite like to never go to Orpington again. Yeah. I could do without it. Like, honestly,
The one good thing that's come out of Orpington is during the London riots, there was a beautiful YouTube video
Oh, outside of the...
of the Orpington industrial
Orpington
estate
massive.
being ram-raided. The game in Orpington.
oh, what? Steal one PlayStation, get two free.
Yeah. It's a special buyer's discount. It's fucking awesome. That's the one thing good that's come out of Orpington.
I don't know how I managed to squeeze quite a good wedding toast joke out of Orpington.
I honestly don't remember.
It was when he and Beth were getting married, and like they were doing the speeches at the main table. He was speaking about his trepidation about going to her parents' place for the first time and meeting them, and he just came up with this line, obviously nicked from Tolkien, but it's like one does not simply walk into Orpington, and everyone just folded. Yeah, that was I suppose pretty good. I don't know. I wasn't
privy to the toasts at the feast.
Neither was I.
Were you not?
No,
We were
these guys
outside getting pissed.
I was inside getting pissed. There was free wine.
I was watching Joe Gilbert do a Nazi salute.
Joe Gilbert.
Joe Gilbert.
In joke 655.
We need to start noting down which numbers we're saying.
Nah.
Make it up as you go along. They're all 600 and something.
Oh fuck! I've just remembered. I'm not writing down what the topics are.
Don't worry, Tom. They'll all be on the floor for about the next week. You can just go around and collect them up.
Mate, they're in your hat. Right.
I'd quite like to go back to the New Forest. New Forest is pretty cool.
There's places you've never been.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Let's say Liverpool, because I haven't been there.
Giant's
Why do you
Causeway.
want to go to Liverpool?
Oh, I'd like to go there.
That's not in this.
That's Northern Ireland.
That's in the UK, dude.
Is it Northern Ireland?
Yeah.
I thought it was in Republic.
And it's continued in Scotland.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
That's the point, isn't it? It goes all the way across.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Like, you could have just the best game. Like, pick a hex-based tile game.
Oh my god.
And play it over the Giant's Causeway. Oh shit, we could play
Gamma World.
We could play Gamma World. What's
Hiroshima Hex.
Hiroshima Hex. We could play Hiroshima Hex.
You can play Atlantis.
Across the Irish Sea.
We can play Atlantis.
Oh shit!
Anyone who doesn't play board games is not understanding what we're talking about here. But yeah, we've just named a few board games that you could play on a hex-based board
that crosses the Irish Sea.
It was quite funny if you like board games.
Well done. There is that one place in England where puffins roost.
Puffins?
I'd like to go there and eat them.
Puffin.
They look really tasty.
Apparently, there's a just off the coast of England. There's a quirk of coastal geography, which means that there's a step in the sea.
Right.
So there's just a bit of sea that's like significantly higher than the other bit, and there's just a constant wave.
Oh, we got a breaker.
Yes.
Have we got somewhere good to surf?
Well, no, but it just stays exactly still. It doesn't move anywhere. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
All right.
Really?
Yeah. It's just stuck.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Like actually, like there's an actual.
I'm
water step.
so cool that I've watched significant bits of the TV show Coast.
I've watched a lot of Coast as well.
I actually wanted to watch that.
I am so cool.
It's a pretty good show, to be fair.
I'm so uncool.
No, you're not.
Oh, that's where I want to go. Not London, but under London. I would fucking love to check out, like, because the fact is, London is built on old London.
Also, have you seen the underground river network? So you know you've got the Thames. So you know the structure of a river. It has so many tributaries to it.
Yeah.
All of those had to be factored in to under London.
Yeah.
So all of those have man-made rivers, and they all feed into the Thames. So
Well,
you've got
I bet
streams and streams.
I bet they're all beautifully done by the Victorians in brickwork as well.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. If you do have a chance, check it out on Google.
Because like
It's fucking massive.
Fleet Street is
Fleet Street runs
a
over
river.
the Fleet River. Yeah.
Yeah.
Directly under Fleet Street is a river.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd really love to check that out. And I suppose it's probably a little more romanticised for me because I've just recently read Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman.
I was going to
which
say,
is all
are you
about
talking
under
about
London.
Neil
But
Gaiman?
no, like the actual, like to actually go potholing in under London would be fucking incredible.
Don't we have catacombs in London as well? Somewhere near Camden.
Don't know.
Oh, somewhere in the city, like the actual the city, the square city,
Yeah.
the Mile Square. I think there's a massive burial bit of shitloads of prostitutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I went on. You know the ghost bus tours.
Oh man, I bet they're really cheap by this point.
Yes, that was fun. Just a shilling.
There's similar.
Half a crown.
There's similar underground town underneath Edinburgh, and I went down there, and that was really
really?
Mary King's Close, I think it's called off the top of my head. Really, really cool, really interesting. You can just see where, like, basically they've just built right on top of it of the old town to the new. Then Edinburgh's got a lot of catacombs and vaults and things like that as well, and they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are we done fucking about with the microphones now?
Yes. Thank you.
Audible fried gold. Right.
I mean, there's got to be other places. I mean, I'm well with you, Kel. I reckon we should all organise
go on
a camping trip to Dunwich at
yeah.
some point, and then do what we're doing and go see some demons.
Yeah.
I'm up for that.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's
we'll
go visit the many angled beings that live at the bottom of the Mandelbrot set.
Apparently, it's a really cool place because most of it's
Fucking
actually like
Stross, motherfucker.
a deserted graveyard that's half fallen off the cliff. So
Oh yes!
you can actually kind of go a little bit scavenging for bones and stuff. Apparently.
Can you stick your head over the edge of the cliff and just see like femurs sticking out?
I don't know. I've
That'd
not
be
been
awesome.
there.
So Andy, one from Pol Pot.
James.
Another one from the mysterious James.
Oh, not James.
Yes, James. Away you go, Andy.
James says Pepsi or Coke?
Pepsi.
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 Coke.
Preferably Pepsi Max.
Water.
Pepsi. Fuck off.
Oh,
Water.
I don't believe that from you for a second, Darren. Like, Mr. Consummate Sweet Tooth.
I'm sorry, I got to say to the listeners that we've now got Darren.
Oh,
coming
yes.
in. Regular contributor to our community pot, it's sort of. And he's now.
You've all heard his work and Yahoo's work.
I feel really bad, mate, riffing the shit out of him if I didn't know he was such a dick. Love you.
It's alright, Dan. We say it
I do
out
love
loud.
you. I do love you.
I know.
I don't.
Prove it.
Kel doesn't
Right,
love
sorry, yeah,
anything.
anyway.
That's why she's enjoyed this as she is.
Record scratch. Back to the topic.
Coke all the way.
No,
Pepsi goes better with rum.
Pepsi Max every time.
Yeah,
No, and if
Max.
if I'm going to be honest, Diet Coke from one like a tap at a bar as opposed to bottled or canned.
It is better, isn't it? For like,
I'm sorry.
post-mix.
You've already heard my hangover cure. Like Pepsi is the be all and end all as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but you're always a little bit wrong in the head, so.
I don't feel like I can contribute.
Do you know what I always enjoyed
I'm
working?
sure you'll give it a go anyway.
What I always enjoyed working at a bar is working at the bar when I did work there was the sink was just deep enough that if I took the nozzle off of the post-mix pump and held it at the right place, all the soda would be sprayed out just into the sink, and I just get lots and lots of syrup.
Yep. I used to be able to do that if you pressed the Coke. I think it worked on all of them. If you press it just slightly to the side and you get that little magic point where just syrup comes out, you can make all manner of shit with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Buy GP if you run a pub like me.
GP?
Gross profit.
Oh, okay. No, not just because your general practitioner gives up on you.
That
Like,
too.
you do what? With what? I can't... Oh, no, that wouldn't be a GP. That'd be a dentist. Andy's mum would have kittens.
Not anymore. She really wants her cat to die. She can't wait.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Fucking way to take it down on this. Let's go further.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Let's delve in. Let's delve into cat death.
The cat is lovely. It's also massively fat, and it's rare to see it outside. It's an absolute scaredy cat all the way. And then it got a bit older, and then it got massively incontinent, and so now it's only allowed in like small areas of the house when it's completely and utterly supervised. And quite often my mum will just glance at the cat and decide that the look on its face is a little bit quizzical because it's a cat, and therefore run out of the room. There's nothing funnier than watching my dad chase a cat that's doing a poo out of a room. They love their cat. They love their pets. They are going to be happy when they're not there anymore.
Good luck with the tortoise.
Well, the tortoise doesn't sit in the living room.
No, true. But you do realise that's going to be like your premier like hand me down.
Yeah, well, no, living heirloom.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
That was my grandmother's tortoise.
what you could do, of course, is just ask your mum if the cat prefers Pepsi or Coca-Cola, and that way it would also probably quicken its pace of death.
I imagine giving it either would make it shit everywhere more. Basically, giving the cat anything.
Also, are you suggesting like treating his parents' cats like a slug? Put down some Coke for it and just watch it drown itself.
I mean, it is almost slug-like. Like, do you know what? Like, because it's a long-haired cat and it's fat, when it sits nice and curled up, like cats sit down and then they tuck all their arms and legs in, like, the fur touches the floor. So it looks like a slug does, or a snail does. And when it tucks its tail in as well, it's this furry blob with a head.
I don't.
If it had antenna and eyes on stalks, it would look exactly slug-like.
I don't like you talking about this cat like this, because this cat's nursed me through many a hangover. I've been passed out on your parents' couch. And that's my only solace, is to pet this lovely cat. That's usually too scared to be petted, but when you can't move, it's fine.
When you're hungover, it loves you.
Yeah.
Andy, the last time I woke up on your parents' couch, I was so confused.
I was pretty confused as well. You were confused. You topped it off by walking into the living room after my mum's found you on the couch and then wanted her to talk to me and ask who's on the couch. You wandered into the kitchen and gone, right, what day is it? Brilliant. Right, I'm off.
Sounds like Taz.
I had work the next day, which I didn't go to. I instead lay down very still and watched the entirety of Hemlock Grove.
We'd come from
on Netflix.
Weatherspoons.
Yeah.
Well, no, wasn't that after a 10-day shitstorm?
No, it wasn't after that. It was after. It was after some sort of like thing.
It was
here.
Bjorn's birthday.
Was it Bjorn's birthday?
So when you were at the Weatherspoons, did you order Coke or Pepsi?
Well done, Daz. I've got newfound respect for you. Bring it back to the topic, motherfucker.
Coke all the way.
I have no idea.
They ordered beer.
Yes, probably.
I'm not sure we did. I think we were drinking spirits.
Actually, no, I completely believe that.
I tell you what. What I do remember is like we bought for the way back. We bought some white rum, and when we buy white rum, we buy Diet Coke because that's what goes with white rum.
Yes.
So on that particular occasion,
Diet Coke all the way. Coke all the way.
But as a rule, Pepsi Max.
No.
I can't respect
Yeah,
that.
Pepsi Max is the king of all mixers.
Incorrect. Did you forage for a topic?
I did. It's here.
Excellent.
Sorry, who was that one from?
Oh,
That was James.
Thank you very much, James.
One second, like because we're sitting around a table with a good few people who've been in the service industry. Would you care to tell me what you do with people who hand back their Coke and say, this isn't diet?
Yes, I charge them £2.40 for an extra bottle.
Oh, do you?
Yes, because I do Coke by the bottle and Pepsi on the tap.
Oh.
Come to the
De'Ola,
Godston.
however.
It's well cheap, honest.
De'Ola,
I'm sure. I fully well know I'm not the only person to do this. Someone will go, excuse me, I ordered Diet Coke, or I ordered a Coke, I ordered blah, 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 blah. They always wanted the opposite. They go, oh, okay, I'm very sorry. So what I'll do is I'll take their Coke away, I'll put it on the bar, I'll leave it there for a few minutes, I'll put another ice cube in it, and I'll take it back to them. And I'll go, sorry, there you are. And they go, oh, thank you, that's better. Works the same way Tricky used to play with heating. Most people know I'm always too hot. Most of the time. And customers will come in, oh God, it's so cold in here. Or excuse me, can you turn the heating up? Oh, I'm freezing. Or cold. I'm sweating my arse off. So I say, okay, don't worry, I'll go and turn that up for you. So I go and pretend to turn it up. I go back 5-10 minutes later. There you go, I turned it up. Is that better now? And they go, yes.
It's wonderful, isn't it? It's just like...
It's the placebo.
Yeah, exactly.
The
So
hospitality
long as someone
placebo.
feels like they've been listened to and have had some effect, they're okay.
Much like the band Placebo. They feel like they've been listened to, so they seem worth it.
Leave them alone.
Do you know what? I'm with Kel on this one. Because of Kel, I quite like Placebo now. I think
There's
they're
a
well
couple of
alright.
songs
She's
that I will
infected
sing
you
every
too.
lyric. But
Well, she is the opener of the way. She is the first omen.
Yeah, she is.
Discussion for another time.
okay. Thank you, James.
I hope we get more from him.
I don't want his joke die. Next topic.
Right. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout.
You never do.
Oh no, something. Right! I've got Brian Blessed in my head now.
Hello.
Read the question out in the style of Brian Blessed.
Well, this one's from Darren.
Is he Scottish all of a sudden? I didn't realise.
Did you not know? Idiot.
Who's this one from?
Darren.
Darren. Hey.
Now he's in the room.
One for Darren.
This one is considerably shorter.
Yay!
This is snoring. Discuss.
Snoring doesn't.
Whoa,
snoring doesn't bother me at all.
Andy, let me stop you there. I think the first thing that needs to be tackled here is, Darren, was this one of your questions, or was this a Yahoo question?
I think that's...
Answer the damn question. don't just sit there and giggle.
Into the mic.
Into the mic.
This is one of my own, you know, because it's short, succinct, and to the point. Snoring, discuss.
I've never heard so much bullshit in all my life. You don't do short, succinct, and to the point. You do circulocution like a bastard. You start at the middle, work your way back to the beginning, hit the end, and then retell the whole thing in order. That is... No. You can understand my confusion. Anyway, snoring.
Snoring doesn't bother me. I
normally sleep.
Yeah, like, it takes me such a short time to go to sleep. I don't think it takes a lot for me to hear someone snoring. If I'm hearing someone snoring, it's because I've woken up and I'm up. Then it doesn't bother me, 'cause I'll leave the room.
The only times I actually hear snoring is when I'm crashing over in your front room. So I quite like that because it's relaxed time. The party's done. I can just lay down here and just be silent.
So snoring in the
God,
living room is your
actually-
comfort
it's
blanket.
actually quite nice. I quite like the sound of snoring.
I remember a time, and we were partying in my parents' back garden, and we had the fire pit up, and we had some drinks and that, and that's lovely.
Oh no!
And then
I think Kel knows where you're going with this story. Go on.
and we used to take the benches up and put them at the end of the garden, and Kel had fallen asleep on the bench next to the fire. And she started to snore, and it was beautiful. She had like 4 individual snores, so four different snores, all with different time signatures.
Polyrhythmic snoring.
That didn't appear to link in any way. Like, normally, snoring all has a rhythm.
She's taken snoring and made it progressive.
Progressive snoring. It was absolutely beautiful. You're the only person I've
You're
ever
the
seen done
Haken
that.
of sleep.
So
Yes!
so basically,
The band.
Basically, I think snoring.
What, as opposed to the mathematician?
Yes.
He was a prolific snorer. I'm not going to follow that through. I've got nothing.
I think
Carry on.
I think snoring probably comes down into two categories. You've either got snoring that really annoys you because you're trying to go to sleep, and it's loud and it's raucous and like it annoys you. I don't know that kind of snoring. I've got no basis for comparison because I'm asleep. The other type of snoring is snoring when everybody else is awake and there's one really loud snorer in the room, which is fucking hilarious.
Really, really funny.
Yeah. So snoring is either annoying or funny, and I don't know any of the annoying snoring.
So, I mean, this links in quite nicely with the fact that the last 2 times, Taran's best friend Becky has come round here, and I've happened to now be sleeping in the front living room. I will wake up at about 6 o'clock in the morning to see a bleary-eyed Becky rubbing her eyelids, going, "That fucker's snoring again." It's like, right, okay, cool, jump in.
I recently told her to roll me over. That's all you need to do. Like, if I'm snoring, I'm on my back and drunk.
Yes.
And on my back.
This is the reason why my girlfriend punches me in the middle of the night. I'm on my back.
Yeah.
As soon as she punches me, I know, just turn over.
I remember my, I can't remember where I was. I was on holiday somewhere with my mum and little brother. And both of them, I couldn't sleep. And my mum and little brother were both snoring. Apart from my little brother's snoring was more like dreaming. So it's kind of just going... Well, my mum sounds like a fucking 747. I don't think it was snoring. It's kind of like dragon breathing. So rather than... It's just... I don't understand. But it was fucking funny.
I don't know why, that just reminded me of the other night I woke up Rita, my girlfriend, in the middle of the night because I sounded like a goat.
Sorry, hang on a second. You were asleep.
I was asleep
like
and
or you
sounded
woke
like a
her up to say,
But
Rachel, I sound like a goat.
No. I woke up at the exact same point because I was having an awful nightmare. Like, it was horrifying. Like, I love
Did it
nightmares.
feature a goat?
Was it really bad?
You can't do a spit take.
It was
You can't do a spit take. I think it might have actually come out of nose. Yes.
So I was having this awful fucking nightmare, and it reached a climax where the fear got the best of me. And rather than screaming, I just went... I woke myself up, I woke her up, and the first words I said were, "You alright?" I'm sorry. I was completely conscious of what I'd just done. I just screamed out loud. So yes, there we go. That's my one. Done.
That made me sweat.
She's never let me live it down, like, to the point where, as I'm falling asleep, she'll give me a nudge and go, "Don't do it." So I'm just about to go to sleep. Fuck you.
Oh dear.
Unfortunately, it's like it's the eternal problem is that you're never going to know your own snoring stories unless someone tells you. I've had people tell me that occasionally I'll talk in my sleep, very sort of very vaguely. Go on, Darren, what you got?
One of my exes used to talk in his sleep. properly talk in his sleep. So, like, one of the first times that we stayed round, like, each other's, kind of going to bed, and he was kind of going, and it's like, oh, that's quite cute. At which one I was kind of, like, awake. And he rolls over, looks me in the eye, as in he's now opened his eyes, and just goes, I'll buy you a diamond ring! And then goes back to sleep.
At which point you're like completely confused about what your relationship is.
I pissed myself.
I had an ex-girlfriend who had a go at me for talking to her because I'd gone to the.
This sounds like a terrible relationship.
Ex-girlfriend.
Now, I'd gone to the loo and I was coming back into the bedroom and she's sitting up on the bed and starts talking to me, but I can't quite catch what she's saying. So I'm just like, sorry, what did you say? And she suddenly just looks at me and says, don't do that! Just goes back to sleep again. Well, whatever.
What did you shout at Alex?
Sorry?
Didn't you shout at Alex, didn't you?
I did shout at Alex. What did I shout at Alex?
It was something
no,
about
hang on a
Mars.
second. No, you can't do that. We're on Mars. woke up in Al Halabeth's living room on a blow-up sofa. Alex, I've clearly been asleep for enough time to be dreaming. Alex has gone to bed, come back into the room to get a glass of water, and he's trying to creep round because it's really difficult once you've got the full blow-up sofa in the middle of the room and all the stuff everywhere in the dark. He's creeping round, he's got a glass of water, I'm just woken up. You can't do that, we're on Mars! Scared the shit out of it. I was so drunk. I missed work the next day.
I think that's what we should call this episode.
Well, I missed work the next day.
It's come up several times.
I'm starting to wonder what's going to happen in the morning. In all fairness.
I've just poured my whiskey into Taran's glass because I'm that drunk. I can't deal with this anymore.
I'm fine with that because I haven't had a drink since Sunday.
Oh, good man. I had one yesterday.
That's the sort of thing that doesn't really need celebrating. So, oh, you've had a drink for not 3 nights? Well done you, big boy. Aren't you a stonker?
I live above a pub. I managed one day this week without drinking. I was so happy with myself.
Oh shit, Tom! Do you remember after Bloodstock, the day after, you sent me a message saying, "Yeah, got drunk again. Don't know how that happened." I meant to send you, never got round to it because I started drinking it. But the very next day, I bought myself a bottle of bourbon. It was gone by the time I went to sleep.
Oh, God.
I meant to send you a picture of it.
One of the people that I went to the festival with, Emily, she's at another festival now.
How?
I fear this is a symptom endemic to people who don't do it properly.
Yes.
She did it rather properly.
Well, fair enough. Well done, Emily.
No, good on you. I think if I had money and holiday, I would have gone to Boomtown 2. Boomtown 2.
Basically, you should have done. You missed out.
Yeah,
It's fucking wicked.
No, I bet.
No. We were in a state when we left Bloodstock. We missed 2 gigs the following 2 days.
Oh,
we
they're
missed
2 good gigs
Silas
as well.
and Destrage playing the day after we got home.
And the day after that,
Agalock do a
Agalock.
2-hour set.
oh my god, it hurt me. It hurts me now. At the time, there was no
way.
It was a matter of
Absolutely
not going to
no
happen.
way.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, Silas, love you.
What gig have you got lined up for exactly when you come back off holiday?
we're going. Me and Heather are going to go see Riverside. I'm so looking forward to it.
Good fucking luck, mate.
It's happening. I bought the tickets.
Okay, right, next topic.
Oh no! Actually, one second. What was the topic?
Snoring.
Snoring. Oh, we spent
Darren.
almost no time talking about snoring whatsoever.
We did a bit.
We did.
Yeah, you did.
I suppose a little bit.
Next topic.
You were too busy snoring.
Go on,
clearly.
Daz's first pull from the community pot.
But,
Round of applause.
Hang on. There's that whole thing where snoring can be well dangerous because sleep apnea.
Oh, Ryan Davis.
Oh, I did have a-
We lost Ryan Davis at that. And
lost
that's
Ryan
a real
Davis.
shame.
I did have a nightmare about not being able to sleep in my recovery of Boomtown.
I had really weird hallucinogenic sleep for the night I got back from Bloodstock, where I got stuck in a weird limbo of the bit not quite asleep, but I'm not awake. So
very sort of locked in
I did
syndrome.
that. I did that.
there was
as
the
well.
blue elephant on my wall, to which I woke up going, boo!
That's only happened once in my life. I was having a horrible nightmare, which actually started really fucking cool because it started in the warehouse where all the foot soldiers, like the teenage kids from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, used to play arcade games and skateboard. It was fucking sick. But then ended in a monster being at the end of my bed, like a purple monster for some reason. I saw him. He was real. He was in the room. And then dissolved into nothing.
You're all talking about sort of weird times when you've either snored or had a weird dream and then woken up from snoring yourself and then that's freaked you out. I do recall a time where, for whatever reason, I slept like a newborn baby next to my friend at the time when I was at college. And his girlfriend, who was crashed in the bed next to him, and I apparently fell asleep so heavily that I was just... They apparently spent 20 minutes watching me, trying to see if I was breathing or snoring, with my arms at my side as if I was in a grave. And they were talking about it so much that they woke me up mid-conversation, and I just laid there perfectly still, listening to them, until the point where I knew if I held my breath long enough, they would start to panic, because they would only notice the odd little breath. What this resulted in was him daring his girlfriend to go and poke my ribs just to see if I was still alive. And the second that she crawled over, I went to jump up and go, boo! Forgetting that we were in a loft-converted bedroom and head-butted one of the rafters.
Brilliant.
Good work. Have you? Did you pull a topic?
I did. So this comes from Big Al.
Love you.
This is quite a good one. Graffiti, art or vandalism?
Both.
Both, yes. It
Definitely
really
both.
depends. It really depends. Like,
Tagging.
Stupid
Tagging.
Tagging is bullshit.
Tagging is bullshit.
I quite like it when they tag on the label that's like my name is, and then stick that on stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sort of all right with that because sticky labels fall off in the rain.
Yeah.
Another one is also Vader that we quite like. So in Vader, he goes around big cities in Europe and puts up a little tile mosaic of a space invader.
He's global now. He goes.
Yeah.
He's been all over.
But it's lovely walking around, and all of a sudden you'll see one. Like there was one London Bridge, like by the skate park on the.
There's one as you go into Brixton.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome seeing those things.
See, this is one of those rare topics where we need Hal and Beth. Because they lived in the building that Banksy attacked.
Oh,
yeah. See, the landlord tried to charge them more rent because there was a Banksy on the outside wall.
He tried to take it away.
And then they covered it with a like perspex screen, and then they got taken down by the council.
Why did it get taken down by the council?
Camden Council, I don't know.
Whatever.
If it's a leasehold building, their rights are to the outside of the building.
Okay.
It's the look of the street, I guess, or Jeffrey Street in Camden doesn't look like
Camden.
fucking.
To me, I don't really consider Vader a graffiti artist. Like, I think what he's doing is just by inserting one small thing that makes absolutely no difference to the building itself.
Okay, so what about a Banksy?
That's the same with all like it's the same with spray art. Like they don't change a whole lot. They just put some colour on it. But then, because Invaders only put a mosaic on, a very small kind of 6x8 mosaic or whatever, I don't understand how that's any different.
Hang on a second, but like in the same way that Banksy has put like his own art pieces in galleries and stuck them to the wall. That's not traditional graffiti. So I agree with you on that one. Vader's not traditional graffiti. Graffiti is sort of like spraying on stuff.
But I'm
and stuff
interested.
Like that. That's traditional graffiti.
Do you consider a Banksy graffiti then, Darren?
No, I actually see him as graffiti becoming art. So
Yeah, well,
I
that's the
kind of
British,
agree that, I mean, although I do get annoyed with the direction that art tries to be defined for its permissiveness. Like, what was that artist who, like, basically slept in a bed and then put it on display?
Oh,
Are you talking about Tracy Emin?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, she didn't sleep on a bed and then put it on display. She put her bedroom in.
Same
in a
thing, same difference.
Yeah, but
Like, I cannot fathom why that is all of a sudden niche art nouveau, but then Banksy had so much criticism because the fact is, even though it's simplistic black and white artwork, it conveys a stronger message through that graffiti form than she did with a fucking bed.
I mean, graffiti artists quite often don't like Banksy because he uses stencils, which is you're an artist if you've got the spray paint and you can do the letters and you can do the proportions and you can do all of that, as opposed to running around with a stencil, which is what Banksy's art is made out of. But then he's elevated it in such a way that it really, really works.
If you're going to spend too much time thinking about like the actual specific medium of what in which you're doing your art, then like you're spending too much time thinking about it rather than just doing what you need to do. Now, I mean, I feel like pertinent to this question is kind of arriving on an agreement of what graffiti is. And to me, graffiti seems to be unsanctioned art upon a public space.
See, one of my favourite places
Which would be Banksy. But then he walks over to art because he also seems to have something to say. Sorry, Kel. Go ahead.
It's all right. One of my favourite places to visit in London is actually Leek Street, which is the legal graffiti underground tunnel by Waterloo Station. I've done a few sort of little performances there.
Oh, yeah.
And I really love just going down there every now and again because that entire alleyway changes on a daily basis because people just paint over everything that's there and do their own thing. It's an amazing place.
Do you know what was odd going into Boomtown? Spray paint and magic markers were banned because Boomtown is constructed and then it's all graffitied. It's all art. So to stop other people graffitiing on the art, which is essentially graffiti, but it's graffiti that's been put there for the structure of the site, because it had the whole festival had a narrative and stuff, and some of it was through the graffiti. But it was odd being in a place where Sharpies were outlawed because people were going to graph on it.
Yeah, talk about the wonders of neoliberalism, non-neoliberalism.
Well, I think you just invented a new tongue twister.
Yeah, it was difficult. I'll give it that. Yeah, I won't lie. But it's interesting, isn't it? Like, because where there is the place put aside for graffiti artists, it's spoken about as street art, and where it's not in those places, it's graffiti.
Is graffiti where you don't want it and art where you do?
No. No. I mean, this simply comes down to labelling.
Or is graffiti a style, and it's art when it's
graffiti is a part of street art. But there are the different factions of graffiti where it's like there's the territorial, just sort of tagging your bullshit, and there's people who are interested in doing some like making something beautiful to look at and something creative and interesting. Now, I mean, at the moment, I'm walking past a very interesting example of how the two collide, like corrosively collide. Where I'm working predominantly at the Globe at the moment. I walk back to Effington Castle, and on the walk back, you have to go through one of the underpasses. And on the underpasses, there are like they've done murals for all of them, like obviously kind of sanctioned murals and whatnot. But on this main one from like kind of north to south on like the west side, there is a mural of like a safari, and for the past couple of years, I've been walking through this and just seeing like there's this one particular lion where the artist fucking nailed the face. Really just like got it so right. It's like, oh, that's actually wonderful. Every time I walk past it, I feel really good. And over the past week or so, some dickheads come on and just chosen that face, the really good face, just to put a tag over so you can no longer see the face. And that's, I have difficulty calling that art. I'm sure there are arguments for it, but it's just like what you've done is taken something. It draws me back to this conversation I was having with a mate of mine the other day. It was this hypothetical conversation about an artist, and all he did is he went around the galleries of the world and went, yeah, do you know what, like, yeah, that Mona Lisa, she's like, well, pretty and ting, but I bet she'd look better with a banging dick on her. And he just went around drawing dicks on all the great work of art. Now, that was his art, but it's like, it's also graffiti. But you know, it's a difficult topic.
I think, yeah, no, well, one bit's art, the other bit's vandalism.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to what people are also able to find palatable. For instance, now that I've moved back down to London, part of my experience growing up in London was, as a boy who grew up in Ireland, scary. I just thought everything was big and atrocious and just everyone was rude. And I just got so bored so quickly of going up to London because of the people. But then, as I've grown up and appreciating more of what I see, part of my enjoyment is, a perfect example would be when you travel on a train and you enter the outskirts from London into Camden, because the architecture completely changes.
Right.
Not only that, but the graffiti does the same. You will start to move from different parts of London, and yeah, there are certain parts where it's just those dickheads who are like, Nobsy was here, 09. Yeah, excellent, mate. Brilliant. I can hardly read it, but I get it. You wanted to piss up against this wall. Then you get into Camden, all of a sudden it becomes art. It's still, you know, Nobsy was here, but he suddenly spent like a good hour or two just doing actual sort of bubble style writing, and then he'll speckle in different colours into the...
Fair enough.
You know, when it works like that, all of a sudden I go, oh, okay, so yeah, you want to piss up against a wall, but every once in a while you will show off. That's still got some artistic talent.
So, yeah, that's kind of reminded me of my favourite graffiti in the world that comes from Norwich. The university city that me and De'Ola went to.
Oh, UEA is wonderful. It's full of tits. Something like football. Oh, UEA is wonderful.
Oi, oi.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, so this is definitely graffiti. It's not art, but it's so heartwarming to walk down Duke's Road, Duke's Lane, Duke's Hill.
Duke Street, where...
Duke Street, there we go.
Mary Chapman.
Yeah, that's it. So if you walked through the back streets to go towards the waterfront, you used to come across this little warehouse, and on the side was the best graffiti in the world. There was one that said, "Drink more tea." And that was it. That was it. And there was another one that was, "Respect your nan." And it used to make me feel so warm and happy whenever I walked
graffiti,
past
I
it.
like that.
But it's not. It's graffiti. It's not art.
The thing is,
lovely.
But that I would class as art. Because
No,
that's my...
it's not. It is putting a message up there and being
how
a
much
dick.
of art is via perception? Like, I perceive that as something very nice, and graffiti I think of as being...
Respect your nan is art.
Which is what I was saying, like, something you like, something you don't like, where it's allowed, where it's not allowed, that sort of thing. Do you remember the eco graffiti? You take moss. You take a bunch of moss, you put it through your blender, and
you paint it on your walls.
Yeah.
See, I really want to do that, but I'm worried about damp.
Don't do it on the inside.
No, outside.
Oh, good,
you put it on the outside of your... I'm worried that it's going to contribute
do it on your house,
No.
you do it on somebody else's house, that's why it's graffiti.
Not this one.
This reminds me of guerrilla gardening.
Oh, yeah.
So people who plant stuff in wastelands or in little patches of grass out the front of a housing estate or something and just grow beautiful plants in the middle of nowhere. That's fucking incredible.
Have you seen strategic cleaning?
Oh yes. It's like the anti-graffiti.
Because how could you possibly be charged for cleaning? Like if it's sort of like if there's a dirty van and you write something on the window,
Yeah.
You've technically cleaned that little
Was
bit.
white or something.
Yeah. but people have done it big. They've done it on like large buildings and cleaned all the soot off.
But
and stuff
they're
like that.
very intricate, and it's almost like the stencil work that
Yeah, completely.
you get with spray paint, but done with jet washers.
So
It's really cool.
the other kind of novelty graffiti, one that's similar to the one you were saying you saw in Norwich, and I've only seen pictures of it on Facebook, but it's a picture of a wall where somebody has just captured things I hate in life.
I was going to mention this one.
And it's what's the correct? It's
It's the ironic one.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So okay, so there are two particular bits of graffiti that I can't help but consider art purely because they're so damn clever. And they're both like they're both just Sharpie on the back of like a toilet wall or whatever. But the first one is things I hate. Oh shit! No, I've got it as well.
It was graffiti.
Oh, graffiti
Lists.
No, sorry. It is okay. So things I hate. Number 1, graffiti. Number 2, irony. Number 3, lists. And the other one is it's just drawn under a coat hook on the back of.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's one of those 2-pronged coat hooks where they're at different levels. As I was just written under it, drunk octopus wants to fight.
Yes.
I'm sorry, the best graffiti, actually, I've got to correct myself, that I've ever seen. I've got a picture of it. I'll put it on Instagram on the hashtag Pot Topic Podcast Instagram community wall. Is me and Andy went to Rock Night once in Tunbridge.
This was graffiti. This weren't art.
Although I consider it art. I walk up to the toilet after Andy's been a few hours later and see on the back of a stall wall, Tom Ryan sucks dick. I was like, no, it's Tom Ryan sucks. Tom Ryan sucks. Oh, that was so good to have a shit to.
We'd only been to that pub once.
Yeah.
It wasn't that local. It was the first time we'd ever been.
We went there because my girlfriend at the time was doing a DJ set, despite the fact she doesn't know how to fucking mix shit.
She did a playlist set.
I went to one of them.
Yeah.
It was done on YouTube.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Fuck's sake.
I do like when people just take a Sharpie and they just write the word mark on a wall.
Yeah.
So it's a mark on a wall.
Oh shit, this is just reminding me, because none of you listeners will hear this, because me and Darren discussed this in the car on our way back to from Bloodstock.
Oh, what's that?
The graffiti on the back of a toilet, like in the festival that we both visited, which was a list of rate your poo.
Oh God, yeah. Rate Your Poo was awesome. Like there was number 1 was 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know, could be better. Number 2 was another 4 out of 10. I missed toilet paper. Number 3 was Number 2 was 3 out of 10. I missed a satisfying plop.
That was brilliant.
And and the third one was 3 out of 10. It's all liquid. Mate.
It's all liquid, mate. M number 8. That was quite fun. And the flush handle had fired Dave Mustang by pulling this handle.
Oh God, that was awesome. Right, okay. I think it's about time for. I think we've done graffiti, art.
Thanks, Big Al.
Or
Thank you very much, babes. So we've got one more in us, guys. So let's make this worth it. Come on,
Darren, draw something out, mate.
Again? Okay.
No, it's your turn to ask.
Taryn,
Oh, is it? Did you draw
it's
out the
your
last
turn.
one?
I was waiting for Taryn to do that.
I do thoroughly apologise. I have not drunk in a while.
I love the fact that Taryn looks as drunk as I feel.
Have you noticed Taryn has cheers the microphone every time he takes a sip?
Listeners probably have as well.
It needs to know. It needs to be acknowledged. It's part of this game too. Right. Here's one from Captain Sickbeard.
All right, Dom, how's it going?
If you could duel anyone you know using the code Duello, who would it be who would your second be, and where would you where would your field of honour be?
I don't understand.
I
I'm
don't
not sure I
understand what's going on
So
here.
duel. So
Yeah.
duel as in fight someone.
Yes.
I got that.
So if you could like,
Why would I use a
Just,
code?
Taran, can you just read it just straight?
well now I have. I can probably read it in one blast. Captain Sickbeard, if you could duel anyone you know using the code Duello, who would it be? Who would your second be? And where would the field of honour be?
Why
don't
is
understand.
it termed
why
duello?
would we use that code?
I don't know. I've got nothing. I can only assume this is a program we've all
I need to
signed
know
up
why
with.
I'm using the
think-
code.
I think-
Why am I using the code?
No. Listen. I think you're thinking.
Kel's looking it up. We're gonna find out what the code means.
Okay,
I
so
think-
Jules, anyway, go on.
I think it refers more to when he's saying the code of Duello, as in what code do you stick by? Like, if it was guns, would you turn around, take 10 paces, and then shoot? If you have
kind of
I somehow don't think that's it, Darren.
Oh, in that case, it would literally be the
Kel's
Indiana,
got a hand up. She's looked it up.
the Indiana Jones thing of it's a sword fight and you bring a gun.
A code duello is a set of rules for one-on-one combat or duel.
Okay, so
That was
it's a good.
absolutely correct.
It's a bad thing for once that we've not got Hal here because he'd know that shit.
Yeah. I would do
Well,
it.
if I knew that shit via Google.
I just want to.
Cheers, Siri. Nice one.
I just want to put this out there while I am here tonight. I do seem to have a bit of Hal channeling through me right now, but that's nothing unusual.
Too much information.
So, sorry, was Duello?
You need to tell him to
a
do up his
particular-
penis piercings
it was-
tighter.
Hang on a second.
it was just a code.
A code. So Duello is any code you
A
pick.
list of rules for the duel.
Yeah, so we can pick our rules. Because that could be fun.
Okay. First rule, I win.
I duel bitch slaps, and I do it with Tony Blair.
I've only.
Where would you do it?
Oh, where? Oh,
So bitch slaps, Tony Blair, in the Colosseum, on top of the Shard.
Fuck this fucking shard!
do you know what? It'd have to be somewhere completely insignificant. So that'd be a reason to go back to Darlington.
Tony Blair slaps him.
Bitch slaps.
Bitch slaps, sorry.
Sounds like the weirdest game of Cluedo ever.
All right, Tom, your rules,
What?
your
No.
person, and your destination.
I can already say all those things. So I've had that duel. It's in this room. It's versus De'Ola when he wanted to go to bed. So De'Ola plays a game where I need to leave for go to work or go to bed.
Not just me.
Oh no, and Taran.
It's not just Dean.
And Taran.
No,
Excuse me,
I believe Andy was the
Andy-
progenitor.
Andy, right, so
And
all of
anyone
them,
else in the house.
all of them try and stop me leaving.
There's been
because
many other people that have played this game.
I
as well.
have responsibilities and I'm the sensible one. And basically, I go to leave. Everyone tries to stop me. It's broken a sofa at some point. So moving on. The one time I've tried to stop De'Ola from going to bed, I have been in this room. I've challenged De'Ola, and my destination was the fireplace at the opposite side of the room where he threw me. Because he is tonk as fuck.
I was just tired.
I do remember your head hitting the fireplace.
It was so bad I couldn't walk straight for a couple of days.
I was quite proud of that because it wasn't just you; it was you, Andy, and Taran.
Oh no!
I got the brunt of it, though.
No! Let me stop you there. I let go before it got bad. I could see how this was going, and I wanted none of it.
Right.
Kel?
It's been a really, really long time since we had a fight, Taran.
So, Taran, what's
Oh,
the
well,
rules?
oh,
what's the
Kel.
rules and what's the place?
Kel, the last time you and me had a fight, we broke my understairs cupboard.
Did we?
I think that was the last time we had a fight. Yeah.
Oh, see, I was thinking back to when we knocked in the doorway at the old house.
Sorry.
You've definitely broken things here. You've broken things here.
One second.
We kicked out all of the concrete around our front door when we were living on Beckenham Lane.
Oh, did we? Oh, yes. Yes, we did. Yes. I remember it came off in really satisfying chunks.
I quite like the idea of like having a proper duel with Taran, but with our arms gaffer taped to our sides.
Money's on you, babe. No.
Kel, I'm one up for this.
Place your bets now.
Kel, I'm one up for this, but we do it naked and we do it in a field while it's raining.
Okay.
It's the only way to do it.
Right. Okay.
God, this is getting some Crouching Tiger shit right now. We've got some cinematics
So
going
we'll
on.
have to get wire thing, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh my god, can we have wires, please?
Oh, I know how to do that.
We could do flying. We could
Yeah, we
fly
could well
with
do
arms
flying.
gaffer taped to the side to our sides.
I've got the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon soundtrack.
The thing is, I'm trained in the art of performance flying, so I could go to my employers and say, "Can I borrow a couple of harnesses for
I'm
a
not
little while?"
sure that
And
you'd
they'd be okay with it.
responsible with your arms gaffer taped to your side
If
for
I
the
know,
flying
Paul.
system.
I would
Flight
teach.
Q2, what?
Oh, up.
Right, I think that's Kel's. Who's next?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who I'd fight though. I'm not sure I've got necessarily someone like I want to duel. Whatever it is, it's got to have like really big weapons.
All right. I've got it. Nigel Farage
Yes.
versus me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the rules and what's the place?
He's tied to a chair and you've got a
The
big
rules?
iron club.
No. The rules are gladiator-style pugilistic battle. Okay, you remember the gladiators with the great big cotton wool buds?
Yeah.
Oh, we all remember Jet, yeah.
Yeah.
And Saracen. Oh, fuck me, Saracen. So fit.
And it would be on top of the Eiffel Tower. Why?
Okay.
Just because, like, I know I am going to fucking own that shit.
And he'd be whinging the whole time at the smell of the foreigners.
I can see the Cap of Calais from here. Shut up, Farage.
You can see him trying to cross across the Channel Tunnel. Stop them, please!
Oh,
no.
did you hear about the MEP who got like robbed outside the so there are a whole bunch of not immigrants, asylum seekers or whatever, like people who are running away from bad shit trying to come over here, and they're sort of camped outside Calais. And there's an MEP who went near there, got attacked, and said, "Look, we need to do something about these incoming immigrants." And it all turned out they were English human traffickers who attacked him.
Jesus Christ.
God's sake.
Fucking yeah, that was poetic justice.
Anyone else?
I would quite like to have a duel. Only if it had respawns.
Oh, I'm with you, babe. Go on. Yeah, I'm with you.
Like Nidhogg.
Yeah.
I would really, really like to have a fucking...
Nidhogg, for those non-gamers out there in the audience, is basically two-player fencing where you have to run to one side of the screen before the other person does.
Because you need to be eaten by the dragon Nidhogg.
Yeah.
Makes
But
perfect
do
sense.
you know what? We'll leave that bit out for the time being. So it's a two-player fencing simulator-ish.
Where you respawn against who, De'Ola?
This is what I'm thinking. I'm not entirely sure.
Who would you like to
Because I'd
stab
be
in the
laughing.
gut?
If it didn't hurt that much, and if I wouldn't die, then...
Well, no, because they get straight back up and they do like backflips and shit.
Yeah. Kel, was
Kel?
that you wanting to play?
Kel just made like an expression
No.
she's about to talk.
Who was that? You were playing that game last week with the big old dreaded guy from.
Lobo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You versus Lobo.
Me versus... Well, Lobo would win!
What game is this?
Injustice.
Oh,
Gods
right,
Among Us.
okay.
And
yeah,
Lobo...
I'm with you. Yeah.
Big, massive, dread dude, grey,
Yeah,
skin,
okay.
big red eyes,
Like
massive Uber bike with
Yeah,
skulls
yeah.
and shit on it.
His bike is called the Spazfrag 666.
And De'Ola, what happened at the end of that game during his story? Like, what happened when he won? He just wasn't. He's like so badass that he killed everyone.
He killed all of the people and then like made more bad people for him to kill. Fucking yeah.
Awesome.
He beat Superman.
So where would you fight him?
Where? I wouldn't mind doing it in, like, again, the Nidhogg Arena, the massive drum and bass chandelier.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, with you.
I actually, do you know what? I'm going to revise my statement. I'd be quite happy in doing a duel. I'd be quite happy doing Tickle fighting Vladimir Putin in a diamond mine.
Whimsy!
No. I think that'd be like one of the most epic. Like, that would be Metal Gear levels of absolute bullshit.
Can I change the venue to GAY?
Yes, you can.
Always.
So, who was the original fight?
No, your fight with Vladimir Putin, but in
Tickle
a gay
fighting.
club.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah, there we go.
Only if you're oiled up.
I don't want to die on Monday
He's
night,
always oiled.
if they exist.
See, like my idea, which is very, very similar, sort of, but it was the idea of let's take like one of history's bad guys. Let's take Hitler. Let's make the rules like first death, you're out, and
First death, you're out.
First death, you're out.
Yeah.
And we'll play it on an 80s pub Pac-Man glass tabletop arcade machine. Because I can own any one of that.
Yeah.
Stop the phone right there, because I just witnessed Kel, and I don't think anyone was looking at her at the time, but she was sitting across the table doing the old Pam I must improve my bust exercises. If it hasn't come up so far, Kel was massive fake tits.
Bloopers. Listen, guys.
Kel.
Oh, I'm so glad we've got that in the show. In joke 738 there. It's one below Sensible Kel. Sensible Kel.
This is not the time to go into Sensible Kel.
No,
we need to remind ourselves of the funny of it.
What we need to do is wrap this shit up because we're at 2 hours. So,
Hey!
I'm going
We
to...
survived.
How do we think that went, ladies and gentlemen? Do we think we were way too drunk by the end? I do.
Yep! No, it's all good, dude.
Here's to Thursday.
Bring up your list, and we'll get some music going on.
Yeah, fill that shit. So what music are we going to play?
How would you like, let's say, Satchmo doing, the American national anthem?
That sounds perfect, only if you were at the piano the other day. God, Satchmo reference, come on.
Oh, say, can you skibbity-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Sorry, I forgot to mention, he's going to scat the national anthem. Oh, say, can you skibbity-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-boo?
Can Satchmo back off the mic just a little bit? Share and tell a friend. Apparently that's worth doing. Our website is pottopicpodcast.com, where you can go to sign up to the newsletter. While you're there, why don't you click on our Twitter link? It's at Pot Topic Podcast. Sign up to our Facebook page. There's a lovely community there, which I have to thank for putting in so many fucking good suggestions this episode. Well done, guys. We'll do another one in 5 episodes' time. Also, there's our Tumblr. Just search Pot Topic Podcast. Our Instagram. Hashtag Pot Topic Podcast. And it will appear on our community wall on our website as well. Send your emails relating to your Satchmo fandom to emails at pottopicpodcast.com. Shut Taran, can I hold you there? Can I hold you there? Taran, hold you there. Rate and review us 5 stars because I've stopped him talking. And also listen to us on Stitcher and do whatever Stitcher does. I don't know, likes or favorite. I've never looked at Stitcher in my life, but we're posted there. And like and subscribe to the video on YouTube if that's how you prefer to listen to it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Pot Topic Podcast. Good fucking night.
Ta-ta-ta.
1, didn't know who Satchmo was. 2, all I was thinking of is back to Crosby.
Good night. Music used in this episode was Meatball Parade by Kevin MacLeod for Compotech.com. It's licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Please see the MP3 comment tag or show notes on pottopodcast.com for more information.
Satchmo was Louis Armstrong.
Oh. Yeah.
Why did you fucking say?
That's why I just went sitting on my...
Because, De'Ola, I couldn't remember his actual name at that particular time.
Sorry,
That's why.
I should have piped up at that point. Someone could have done some trumpets in the background or something.
Well.
I'm really sorry.
It probably would have been far too loud.
Yeah. To be fair, he was far too loud.
I was putting my face up there.
Apart from all the times that you went,
I was playing
You've already gone closer to the microphone just then.
I'm a microphone slut. What can I say?
Good night.
I need to be heard.
Good night. Bye. See you later. Stop recording now. Ciao, Bella.
Ciao.
Been looking forward to this all fucking day.
What? The beer or the recording?
Both.
Yay!
Completely insulated.
Oh, there's a long one here. We get deeper. So, technically we could. There we go.
Yes, absolutely.
Not so live loud number 2. Right. Shall I lead in, or we got a long whimsical tale that we're gonna?
We'll have to sit through. Yeah, all right, okay, hang on. Yeah, go on then.